I own my own. Yeah, I have my own licenses. I have my own office. So I do that because I like numbers a lot. I did serve in the medical, a little bit for like 12 years, trauma center. Oh, that's something I'll never forget. So Rita, I salute you. Thank you so much, guys, for who have traveled from far. I've had a chance to listen to you on the phone, or just by being mentioned by Layla, both Laylas. I have two. I have an Anna, Layla, Marvin, Stuart. Thank you so much for being a leader and helping us to get this together. I did speak a lot. I'm not supposed to do that. But anyway, thank you.
This is our governor for Bank of Uganda, in Uganda. If we find any money there.
Nonsense ukalaba ko bannange mwebali kujjira lugendo and also taking off your time. If in this country, even taking 1 hour off, you've really spent some money already. Mwebali manya nze Babirye Layla nga mpangaalira wano wennyini era ntera okweyita meeya wa wano. Abamanyi nze meeya wa kuno, but I'm a visual artist and I think I'm on an international level. I'm a major in sculpture and thank you guys. And I'm actually very honored. Among us, mulimu Professor Yansone Makerere University, who are very stoked about a higher. Dr. Slade Katende. Yes, we're looking forward to see our president. He's the elected president of the country, and we're all looking forward to celebrate him. This was meeting him since the campaigns. Thank you guys. And also here, so I have a friend of mine, I don't know if they've introduced themselves. AX, do you want to introduce yourself? AX, a little bit. So I met AX 13 years ago in Kampala, and AX has been documenting me for the past 13 years from Kampala, and we're working on a documentary, which is becoming something. It's 13 years of documentary, and I've been privileged when I go to this country. AX has been all over, me behind the camera. And AX has traveled with me on different shows. She's the one behind the camera. Thank you. And thanks for coming. Thank you.
Thank you for having me. Yeah, it's been an honor to follow Layla and also to follow Bobi and to follow the movement. So thank you, honored to be here.
Good evening. My name is Angel Vivian Okumu, but you can all just call me Vivian because that's what my friends call me. I am the newly appointed Secretary General for the National Unity Platform for the diaspora, and I'm excited to join. Finally, this has been a long time coming, but I'm finally excited to say that I'm here. We're not where we used to be, but we celebrate where we are today. So I look forward to getting to know each one of you and advancing the goals, not just of the party, but for the common individual in Uganda. And I'm based out in Boston. Feel free to ask for my contacts and reach out anytime. Thank you.
Musibye mukyano abooluganda mukyabula mujebala emirimu Sokera ddala ndi musanyufu nnyo mwena okujja wanene. Simanyi oba everyone understand my language, but that's my language. I love it so much. You understand me? Yes. Oh, that's great. Yeah, I will not change. Ngenda kwogera Luganda. Kakati. My name is Jonah Katz, and that's the official names I use on all my socials. And I am a proud foot soldier. And I use my gun specifically on the internet because that's the machine gun that we have right now. And that's the machine gun that is putting a dictator down. Anyways, inze ndi mulwanyi ow'okutaka era nga nkozesa embwazi nze akwata sabasaba era nga tutokosa embwazi era nga nakyemalira atwekokkola era ng'ebiseera bye byonna anoonya magezi atukubya atya naye naffe baanoonya fe abasinga omunoonya. The guillotine is soon getting guillotined. So n'olwekyo nze nja kubakumakuma bannange mmwe abali eno kuba nze oluva mu meeting nga nzirayo tulikubira eri ku ground naye mmwe abali eno bannange temusirika. Ife ababeera eri oyogerako bwoti ne bakunoonya lwakuba nze ninga pulezidenti waffe manye okwebuzaabuza nfuuka kappa sometimes era wembalaba nga nfuuka empewo nga mbulawo. Naye mmwe abali eno mwe mulina eddembe lingi we mwogera teri agenda kubanoonya bonaye temusirika mubuulire famire zammwe zibeera eri ne zitya okwogera naye at least mwe musobola okukola ekyamaanyi kubanga olutalo lwe tulimu si lwa mu nsiko. I'm sorry mama. Olutalo lwe tulimu si lwa mu nsiko ffe tetubisobola ebyo. Nze bwe ngenda mu nsiko eddaakika bbiri mba nabikooye dda njala kweddira waka oba mu kibuga. Kati ffe olutalo lwaffe lwa mu kibuga mu makati lwa ku intaneti lwa tekinologiya. Mwena abali wano buli omu alina essimu. Ne bw'okola vidiyo nga bagirabye bantu basatu, it makes a difference. Abo abantu abasatu they can multiply to 6, 9 mpaka 100 mpaka bikumi by'abantu. Abasinga buli muntu mubadde munga tukulaba nze natandika nga nkola vidiyo nga tubeerako omu. Ne lwakuba bye twali twogera byali bigattako nga bikola sense. Abantu bangi batandika okutwegattako era tumotivatinze abantu bangi naddala Western Uganda. Western Uganda nali nakyawe ekikubo nga sagana nga Masaka Road saana gitumulako. Nga ffe tumanyi nti sente y'omuwi omusolo yonna egenda eyo. Kali nga ngenda nfuna akabbajaji kange ng'omwana we yakavuga nga akabba. Tugenda eyo okukwata omubbi. Natuuka ewaka ne ngamba bakyayi bwe tugenda ne mbagamba mukimanyi tubasonyiwe tuddeyo. Twatuuka ewaka ne mbuuza wano tunajjayo yadde emitwalo 5 nga wafu nnyo. Ne twebuuza esente z'eggwanga ziraga wa watuufu. Era awo nafunira mindset ne ngamba kati bano abantu leka tubavunaana ebintu bye bataakola. Abantu bano nabo bali bubi ate n'okusingawo kuba ate abeeyo balina ekintu nti basirise. Baabanyigiriza ebbanga ddene bo kye baakola kusirika. Era taba kuba pulezidenti kugenda eyo ne tulaba hoteero nga za ttaka. Ne tutandika okweyo ne tugamba bannange sente z'eggwanga ziraga wa zonna abasajja be tubale tumanyi zigenda eyo. Awo abantu abasinga be bazibukidde amaaso era abantu beyo ne tubejjeereza era kati mwawona akalaba abantu beeyo naye twali tubatedde kalaba ng'ate kabwereere because you're quiet ne singa you speak up ensi yonna ebadde etegeera ne twegatta wamu. Kali vidiyo gye tukola tuno obudde tugamba bali mu kumenya ebizimbe by'abantu. Tosirika kubanga gano amaloboozi gagenda wala. Nze ngenda ku majanga nina meseji nga 10 ku ssimu abasirikale abasawo abalema abalwadde buli omu agamba yogera ku kino buli omu agamba yogera kino. Nengo kati omusirikale yajja n'agamba muganda wange banzibyeko kapiki kunyamba ongolereyo kaviri ne mugamba naye kati batumanyi babbe ebintu ate tujja gye muli ate naawe n'agamba kati mwe mutusingira ddala ekifo kye ndimu nze ndiwo nga papeti kukumira bali mu ntebe gwalina okuntaasa. Ne mubuuza omubbi omumanyi koye nti mulinako idea ne mugamba mumpe saamukolera vidiyo ne mugenda mu inbox ne mugamba gwe okimanyi nina famire yo nina maama wo kitaawo baganda bo era mu dakiika 30 ngenda baleeta ku intaneti nti muli babbi kati nkuwadde dakiika 50 piki y'omusajja gizzeeyo nali ndyawo nga ampeereza kameseki nti owaali omusajja ankubidde nti nzije ndabeka piki oba keeko kaŋŋendeyo nga bakakomezzaawo but because of arrogance nga tebasobola kwogera atya kati ne mugamba mulaba the power of internet so kati okwogera when you speak up kamalirize yes mbadde ale ndabye nga tuweddeyo introduction nga mmanyi just tuyisaayisamu but anyways nze namaliriza ddoko tekubadde kweyanjula nze nabimaze
bamanye byobadde oyogere tusekera tukwasa ennaku
Kiseera.
So, what I was trying to say, ladies and gentlemen,
you don't have to.
they asked me to do so, so I will do it. So what I was trying to emphasize to everyone in the building, that our only weapon right now is the internet, is the gadgets. You have phones, everyone has phones, everyone have social media handles. It's the modern weapon that can kill an enemy in less than an hour. I was trying to explain to everyone that I've saved so many people. We have saved so many people from getting their stuff lost, but because of the power of internet, many people's stuff, a lot of people's stuff were saved because we speak up, and that happens to even the struggle. We've saved so many people's lives. You see, every time we get notification, we get intelligence that something is going to happen. Like sometimes we get intel that they're gonna ban a market in Kampala, they're gonna ban a school, and when you speak up, they either change a strategy or they postpone it. So that helps to save what may happen. So the power of the internet is the gun, which is the strongest gun right now. Because we don't use missiles, we are not at that level, but the power of the internet, especially when you are not an active soldier, the internet, especially when you're not in Uganda, the only weapon that you have is your phone. Even if your video is seen by only 2 or 3 people, it will make a difference in Uganda. They will see it. If I do a video for you, people will make sure you get that video. You can check on the views and it says only 2 people have seen. But you find like 100 people downloaded it and they sent it to your WhatsApp. And then you will see it. And then people will come to you asking you, why are you doing this? I'll say, you have to do the right thing. So the power of internet is the strongest weapon that we have, especially when you're not in Uganda. Me, after this event, I am straight going back to Uganda. And as I told you, I am a magician. So when I go to Uganda, they may not see me at some time. When they see me, I fly like an insect and I get lost. So that's me. But you who are not a magician, you stay here and you can make an impact. Thank you.
I think.
My name is Agnes. I'm a business in my city in New Jersey. The reason why I'm here is because of people of my accent. So many of us of my accent, we live in fear, but when you see one face, you're like, okay, the other one is out, why can't I get out, you know? Yeah. So Stuart is my OB, he has been telling me, I was forever here when I say enough is enough. Enough is enough. If somebody sees me today, the other person with my accent would be like, yeah, I can also, nothing happened. And then the other thing is I'm an autism specialist, so in the new Uganda, I'm going to take care of specialists. I have an assignment with Kat. He's going to introduce me to internet. I'm going to put my mouth there. I can talk. Because I know that many people of my accent are suffering and they cannot speak. But when you see one come out, you're like, yeah, others can follow you. And that's why I'm here. My family in Uganda has been asking me, are you in New York yet? Are you in New York? Are you? Since morning, they're like, please, please, please don't sit. Yeah.
Introduce yourself. Do you want them to do it? So I have a few friends who visit who are
abanyakora abantu bandebereko bareke kutiina just one plan but bonabonise and in the future twena abanyakora tuzakuba tujyaha musharaba bakugira ngo umunyankora it is just one family relative together abanyakora batandukanye muri jeyo we fight for this abanyakora mwena muri jeyo tureke kutiina turwane rwihanganye abanyamahanga batutabirebo bakoze solving rwitu bakoze identity yitu amazina bitu brand zitu at the end everybody needs to twena abanyakora tuyomushinga ekintu kiriyo kitwosya twena so abanyakora batayibanja muri muje twakabisa omukyaguranye tukamuka n'omukazi
Huevare muno.
People power, our power. So there's a registration, paper that's going around. Comrades, if you've not registered and if you've arrived here and you have at least 2-3 people in your contacts, send them a text and tell them we are in New York. The president is about to come in. They're not far from here. So let's keep mobilizing others so that they can come over. Yeah, I'm very excited with the New Jersey team. I'm proud of you. I know most of the time we've been meeting during the New Jersey cookout, trying to touch base with one another. So, but I'm very, very grateful that everyone is here. New Jersey, oh yeah? New Jersey, oh yeah?
Oh yeah.
New York, we still have a lot of work to do. New Yorkers. Yeah, please, if anybody wants to give a testimony, if anybody wants to say something, the microphone is here. As the president comes in, feel free. Yeah, so the microphone is free. If you want to say something. And I'm very, very grateful for the journalists that have come to join us here. And on Saturday, if they can travel to Boston, we have another event that is going to be happening in Boston. Boston is about 2 hours away from here, 2.5 hours away from here. So to all the journalists, if you really want to come to Boston, please let me know. We can always organize for you guys to come. So the microphone is open. We have people on TikTok, right?
Yeah.
TikTok people, we greet you, we love you, and keep spreading the message. Greetings to Mugisha. I know you're up there, Mugisha, France. Please keep spreading the word until we meet on Saturday. So thank you so much. Comrades, the microphone is open as we're waiting for the president. Please feel free. Let's express ourselves. The testimonies are very, very much welcome. Feel free to express yourself. Can you introduce himself too?
kuba obadde oyogera kuleka ensi yaffe balimiso ajjawo omu aleetawo 10 ensi agiwaddeyo.
Thank you so much for the initiative you have taken to register. Is there anybody who hasn't registered yet?
Right.
We are on the paper. We just want to stay with the contact people for better communication.
So we didn't know.
Okay.
I think
it's good.
you knew and you didn't
introduce myself. My name is Sacha. I live here in New York.
I like your I'm
glad to be here today. I'm the chapter leader of this New Jersey and Connecticut chapter. So let's keep associating. The president is coming. He's soon arriving. He's on the way.
Comrades, as we know, the journey that we embarked on requires a lot of resources. The resources that we need are both human resource and financial resources, and even other resources. So it's very, very important comrades, we do not have to take our time to think about some things. Museveni has been in power for the last 40 years. I'm 41, so which means he has been in power as old as I am. You can imagine, 40 years. Some of my brothers are young. I believe yours is worse. But Museveni has been in power for the last 40 years as old as I am. So which means he owns all the institutions. I'm very, very, very grateful for the new generation to join the struggle and for the elders to guide us through it. And at times when people look at us, they're like, what can these little boys do? But I'll tell you, I can do something my mom can't do, my dad can't do. I'm willing to risk my life. I don't know how true that is, but they say that the older you become, the more vulnerable you are. So people are careful when they grow old. And most of them choose peace. So when Museveni joined Uganda, most people chose peace. It's not that we don't love peace. We love peace. But we love democracy. We love to live in a country of democracy. We have different people that have been here in the US for the last 30 years, the last 40 years, like they've been here. Like even they forgot about home, they're like, you know, we were there during the other first generation, and even the second generation came through. Comrades, our fathers, our mothers, our grandparents, I'm here to tell you, we are going to clean up our home. We are going to clean Uganda. East, west, central, north, south. We are going to clean up Uganda. Uganda belongs to us. No Abagwira, the Musevens, they're just here visiting and they should get going. So I want to encourage you, you who's a youth, you who's out there, you who doesn't want to be seen anywhere, but you love change. You can always be behind us. His Excellency, we're very grateful for the task that he took on. He had everything that he had everything. Bobi had everything that he needed. If you woke up in the morning, I want to do this, he can have it. But he decided to sacrifice his life and say, let there be change. And the change is not going to do it alone. He's going to do it with us.
Okay.
So I'm asking everybody, let's stand behind each other. Let us stand behind the party. Key things. We need finance. We need finances. Financial part aspect is very, very key. Even if you donated $5, even if you donated $10, even if you donated $10,000, it's gonna add value. What am I trying to say? We need to find friends who believe in democracy. Look at organizations. Professor, wherever you guys are, if you have people, call on them, friends, so that we can fund this struggle. So it is very, very important. We cannot struggle to make sure that we change Uganda when we are financially down. Museveni right now, last week, he gave out 100 million not USD, 100 million UGX, 3.7 billion as an enticement to the different new MPs that have come through, because in my culture we call it like, not in my culture, in my country we call it like clean off the dust on yourself, like you've suffered alone to get into the parliament. Those are the new MPs. So he gave that, it's a statement, I think I can call it like statement, like just a point of like appreciation. 3.7 billion. How many hospitals are those? Very many. So comrades, whenever there's need for money, don't hesitate. You should not wait for the need of money message to come out. You can do it. Each of the chapters that we have in the US, each one of them has an account, and it has different collection points. If you don't want your name mentioned out there, just come through and just come through the chapter leaders. And when you come through the chapter leaders, the money will be put in the right way, in the right way. So I'm asking you, comrades, when Comrade Stewart and the rest of the team, Madame Agnes, I think you're on the team of Comrade, yeah, right? Yeah. Comrades, please provide the little that they can. That's the only way we're going to fight. It's the only way. Museveni right now is paying over 300,000 to the different lobbyists to lobby for him. To lobby for him with the US government to clean up his name. 300,000 US dollars. That's a lot of money. And we are poor. We are broke. I'm telling you, 3-point-something billion that was given last week, it could build schools. You've not seen the state of the hospitals. Right now, none of us here can fall sick back home and you survive. You've seen the conditions. You can say, well, I have the money to take care of me. But guess what? Even when you have that money, it's not going to help you. The system is fake. The Ugandan system is dead. Health-wise, educational-wise, it's dead. I believe in only one generation that is going to correct this, and that's our generation. People power, our power, do not lose hope. Let hope be the only word that should come out of you. Museveni's interest is to make sure that we lose hope, we lose the faith, but let hope be your second name. We are Gumite. I know some people may not know the word Gumite. Gumite means we've gone through a hard time. In the local language, we've gone through a hard time. Now we are strong and we're willing to fight for change that we need. So let us keep fighting. Let us keep doing what we have to do. So comrades, the financial aspect is key. Please always donate. Always donate. Your money will be put into accountability. Until we win, we shall not relent. People power, our power. Our president is coming. By who taught me.
I just want to give you a quick information of what the ex-speaker just said. This is public information. If you go to a computer and check the annual budget for Chirutu Hospital is 3.5. But guess what? That budget was never fulfilled. If you go to Kawempe Hospital, which they just built a few years ago, the budget is 2.8. And the money the government is paying for this. And people are going for general medication. People are sleeping on the floors because it's giving the money to the people who are his soldiers. Ladies and gentlemen, this is our time to stand up and be counted. Don't hide yourself under the bed. This time we need to come so stronger than we never before, so we can fight our country. So many people have been saying that, oh, I'm not concerned about that. Yes, you are. Because everything you use at home needs the government decision. And guess what? Now we have 370 MPs in the parliament. They feel that they're just going to have to slide all the bills, all the financial discrepancies they were doing, and they get all the money, and they share their money. But we need to fight. Nobody's going to fight for us. We need partners. In addition to that, we need partners. You know what they call partners in crime? We need partners in crime, so we can fight this situation we are facing in Uganda. So if you have friends who are willing to support us, please come out and bring them over. Let be part of us. Let them be part of us. Ladies and gentlemen, I just want to thank you very much for having that courage of coming here. Because I know that so many Ugandans around, because I used to come to the picnic near here in New Jersey. We were over 200. But guess what? Today we are 30 people here. Are you scared of that? No. The 30 heads here can be as much as equivalent to the 200 people over there who were just eating barbecue chicken. We can do better. Don't stop, don't lose your hope. This is our time to fight and fight and fight until we meet our mission. Our mission is to remove this dictator out of our country with all his surrogates. Thank you very much for listening. Another thing I need to tell you, I forgot to tell you. So many people are not, they don't care about, what do I call it? Looking for information. This information is in a computer. Just so when you're lousy, now we have cell phones. It has Google, it has everything. You can look it up. Look what's going on. Watch the parliament sittings. Hear what they say. And guess what? Go to X and write something. She said she's going to do that. Don't keep your mouth shut. Because when you close yourself in the house, That's the end of it. You have lost 1,000 people of your family members inside the house. Come out, encourage them, call your family members, call everybody you know in Uganda. Things can be better if we do this 1, 2, 3. Don't keep your mouth shut. And also go ahead and research the information is there. I do that on my time of my break from work. I say, let me check on what they say. Now they came to Washington. They've been in Washington the whole week. To IMF. They were giving money. But the president is giving out money, and they are borrowing money from IMF. What are we doing? What are we doing? So it's a small group of people who are benefiting. And guess what? This guy is rooted. He cannot get satisfied. He's still giving out money and he's still getting money from IMF. And how old is he? He's 84 years. Who's going to be paying this kind of money? It's our young brothers, our kids who are going to be paying all these debts that he's accumulating. He has nowhere to go anymore. It's not functioning. It's not functioning. He walks up with a stick as if he can wave to everybody, and then, oh, he's a general, he's a general. This is not the first general we have seen. We need to go and fight for our country, guys. If you don't know, there's a bill right now sitting in the parliament. They're tabling it. And they're telling you, you're not giving any money to your family members. They're stopping you to support even your family members. Read about the bill, guys. Talk to people about it. Talk to people about this bill, which is really gonna destroy the whole country. Okay. Whoever's thirsty can go and borrow. Yes, please.
We were informed about this event in the last 48 hours. So I was wondering, are we waiting for the president-elect to tell us what the agenda is, or are the organizers here supposed to do that? We don't have that much time. So I'm just wondering, when you call the international audience, and we rush here within 48 hours. And it's been a while now. What is specific agenda and message that you want to convey to the global community? Very, very important.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much. That's a very good question. Yeah, of course. Your concern is very, very important. The agenda is one of the people, but we wanted to President is just a curious to be here. We need one just to start before he comes. Because it's a short one, we're not going to stay here for long. So when he comes, we're going to give you the tentative program, then we shall start. Just know that. Please come. Thank you so much.
I didn't come here to be the speaker. I think we're going to give a chance to other colleagues so they can also tell us what they know. Because we're here to share the ideas.
Sharing a video
we're here to make sure that each and everyone is not left alone. We don't want to leave any stone unturned. We want everybody to know what's going on in your country. We want our partners to know what's going on in our country. Ladies and gentlemen, we need to research, read. I can't even imagine this time of the year where Museveni went to the bush to fight. There was no internet. You know what I'm saying? He didn't know anything. He just went to school and grabbed our young brothers, 13-year-old, 15, come and fight, raid the barracks and get the guns. But guess what? Here we can do so many things by searching. We collect the information. Information is power. You don't want to speak around when you're myopic, when you don't know the topic, you haven't known anything. Just go there and get the information so you can circulate it to other people. Give them the correct information. Don't lie. Refer them to the links so they can also read for themselves. You know? I'd like this lady to say something. She's a very good supporter too. Say something. You okay? Can I give somebody who wants to say something?
Comrade David, I have a question for everyone. Where do you see Uganda in the next 5 years? I need you to think about it. I need your ideas. What do you want to see next? Our president is fighting, but where do we want to see ourselves next? Those are the ideas that I want us to build on. It's really important. And feel free to speak your mind. Where do we think we need to improve ourselves? That's why we have such meetings. We're not here that we're going to be listening to the president and that's it, and then go home. You are a stakeholder of Uganda, the Republic of Uganda, and you're a stakeholder of democracy, which we're all fighting for. So, ask yourself, what is your role that you can play? What ideas do you think we can put in place? Where do we think we need to improve more and do better? We need friends of Uganda to join us. We need to create allies. And I'm very grateful to see people from all walks of life. When I say from all walks of life, we're all from different places. I'm a Ugandan. Somebody's going to be from the US. Somebody's going to be from Malawi. Somebody's going to be from Ghana. Somebody's going to be from Mozambique. Somebody's going to be Ivory Coast. Oh, thank you, brother. So we are all here, and we are united by one thing. We are looking for change. That is what we want. So, comrades, feel free to give your mind out, to say something. Where do you want us to go next? Those are some of the questions. My friend from Ivory Coast, my brother, do you have something to say? Feel free. Yeah. 5 minutes? No worries. Yeah, the microphone is open, comments. If you want to say something, please feel free. And to the friends of Uganda, you are the Friends of National Unity Platform. We need to build a strong team. People power, our power. National Unity Platform is the government in waiting. I don't know if you knew that. We are the government in waiting. There's no any other government that is going to take over besides National Unity Platform. I'm proud to be a people power person. I'm proud to be a National Unity Platform member. I'm proud to be a Ugandan. And we must fight for our country. So Friends of Uganda, come and join us. Give us ideas. Give us what we need. Give us things we need to work on. If you see me and you're like, you know what, you're talking about this, but I think I have a better idea, say it. Don't be quiet about it. Because that's the only way we're going to build each other. That's the only way you're going to make me attain that goal that we're fighting for. So let's put heads together and make it happen. So the question is, where do we see ourselves next? As the president comes in, I kindly ask everybody to interact and let's say something. Feel free to express yourself. Okay? Yeah. I want to thank you. You who's here, send out a text to any person that we used to work with around and tell them you're here. Let them come over here. As the president comes in, tell them we are here and we're in this building. People power, our power. Yeah. Let the discussion, feel free, say something. The microphone is open. Thank you. You can raise your hand. Nothing is bad. Yeah, please.
For those of us who want to be better allies, to be allies of our siblings in Africa, in Uganda, what do we who are here in the belly of the beast and are part of the government that is immiserating the world's people, how can we support the revolutionary struggle of the Ugandan people? If that's appropriate.
Beautiful. That's a very good question. And that's what we've been looking for. Creating allies, creating partnership. We cannot be an island on our own. The president will speak more to that. But we can't be an island on our own. We need friends. If we're government in waiting, we need friends. We need allies. United States has 52 states. Out of those, we have about 13 chapters, New York being part of them. We have a website. And the website that we have, I'll write it down for you. And right there, you can reach out to us. We'll leave the contacts. We have a diaspora leader. We have structures in place. So we have structures in place. Those that need to reach out to anybody, anywhere, we have structures in place. If you're based in New York, we have Comrade Stewart. Comrade Stewart, I don't know, is somewhere here. Yeah, we have Comrade Stewart. We have a chapter. Are you on WhatsApp? You on WhatsApp now? Yeah. So we go around the world creating WhatsApp groups. And those different WhatsApp groups, that's where we allow to communicate and get to know, and bring in ideas, bring in finances, bring in connections. The world is about connections. That's one thing I know. And I know at one point Museveni said he may not be so much relying on the international stakeholders. But that's a lie. Between you and me and everybody else watching, Museveni's government depends on 98% foreign aid. If he wants to say no, let him come and challenge it. 98% that is coming in from his government is foreign aid. So at times when he goes like, oh, guess what? Bobi is being sponsored by foreigners because they want to take over my government. He's saying that because he knows when he talks about it, they'll be like, oh, I'll keep away from working with somebody. We need to work with you, and we shall work with you, and we shall change our nation. In Jesus' name, we shall change our nation. So please do not hesitate to join us. Let's put hands together. Let's put heads together for the better of tomorrow.
Can I? Yeah, just 1 minute, guys. Guys, we're gonna hang in a little bit. So our president is being driven. Some of our friends have, came from other states. So the person driving our president is not from New York. So they ended up in Jersey. Yes. So we're gonna hang in for 26 minutes, and he'll be here. So I'm like, you guys, where are you? So the address they sent me, they're in Jersey on 53rd Street somewhere. So that's what happened. Let's hang in, and thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you so much. Sorry about that. Yeah, we are also visiting. Ours practice job with Stuart. New York. Once I get here, I need to come with my talent. Trust me, New York is something else. It's one of the states I've been in that you get to ask somebody, where can I find address ABCD? And that person will tell you, I even don't know where I am myself. So, but yeah, that's New York. But I mean, yeah, President is on his way. So, creating allies is one of the biggest things that National Unity Platform needs to work on. Because then that is going to elevate us. And it's going to bring us to where we want to be. Madam Lady. I need you here. Yeah, so, ma'am, the question you asked, how can you help? We are looking into human resource. We're looking into creating allies. We're looking into making sure that we are able to stand financially strong. financially strong, because the person that we're trying to fight has been in the last 40 years in power. He has all the institutions serving him. All of them. You can't run to justice or courts of law. He owns them. Banks, you become rich and you don't support him, your things will be taken away through money loaning and the money loaning system. And when it comes to businesses, they'll cripple your business down. So, National Unity Platform, we must fight hard to make sure that we stand tall. Our hope is in capital letters, hope. That hope nobody will ever take it away. Nobody. Yes, Madam Lady. This is my supervisor. I'll let her say something. If you need our contacts, our contacts are all over. How you want to help us, reach out to us and talk to us. We're good to go. And to all the journalists that came in today, on Saturday, April 18th, we have another big event that is going to be happening in Boston. So if you want to come and take on more, and you get, the more you travel with us, the more you get to see things, you get to know how we work. And somehow, somewhere, you'll be able to contribute to us. Yeah. Yes, Ken.
People power, our power,
people power,
NUP, everywhere. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. We are very privileged to be here. I want to thank everyone who has sacrificed their time, who has made an effort to be here. It's not simple, here time is money. And I want to first apologize for the delay. I know many of the comrades and so many other guests who are here have been here for a while. We want to apologize, and we didn't intend for this to happen, but stuff happened. But we are sorry about that. So the name is Leila Mutasa, and I am the Vice Team Leader, USA Chapter. My field is mobilization. I'm working very closely with all the USA chapter leaders to make sure that we bring people on board. So I want to first of all thank the chapter leadership of New York, New Jersey, Connecticut. You guys have done an amazing job. Thank you for mobilizing members to be here. Thank you for all the sacrifices, for the support and everything. To make sure that people turn up in a good number. Actually, this is very impressive, honestly, very, very impressive. And of course, this chapter has been working really hard. They have been organizing protests, different protests throughout the year. They do fundraising. They have been writing petitions, to the different representatives. They have been reaching out to their congressmen and women. They have been doing a great job. They have been mobilizing members. I see on their WhatsApp group, every time I check there's another member being added on. And comrades, we have to understand that politics is about numbers. So bringing in one person and somebody else brings in another, that's really a good way of mobilizing. We want to make sure that we spread the message of change far and wide. So that we don't leave any comrades behind. The situation I can relate ourselves into as Ugandans is that we are literally in a sinking boat, gradually sinking. In a sinking boat, which is in the middle of the ocean, believe me, there won't be any survivors. So we have to make sure that we work together to have those pedals and make sure that we sail through the big ocean so that we can survive. Because in a sinking boat, nobody survives, comrades. And we know that when there is injustice anywhere, it is a threat to justice everywhere. So looking on as other people are being tortured looking on as other people are being murdered in cold blood, and you're doing nothing about it, you know, the same thing is going to happen. You never know when it's coming, you know. We're dealing with a dictator who doesn't want to be challenged, who doesn't want to leave power. He has been literally 40 years in power, but it seems like he just started. He's as hungry as a wounded buffalo. He's as angry, and you know, you all see what is going on. So honestly, people being out there and they're not participating is like putting others who are on the front line in danger. Let's all come out, fight together as a team. Together we shall win. You know, and let's encourage each other. Let's motivate each other. I know, of course, the situation right now is very demotivating, very derailing. People have lost hope because of, you know, what happened in the elections. But this is a 40-year dictatorship that we are fighting. It's like a big tree which is deep-rooted under, and just one axe won't uproot it. We need to keep on and keep on and keep on, you know, until it's weakened and it falls down. So if we haven't reached where we need to reach right now, we shouldn't lose hope. You know, it is weakening. It is weakening, but I really want to encourage all of us. Let's step up. Let's put all our hands on deck. Let's work together. If there's any activity that needs to be participated in, let's not leave it for a few individuals. We all have the same stake in our country. Same stake. We have all seen the Uganda's protection sovereignty bill. It's going to affect everybody here. Every Ugandan in the diaspora, you're literally a target. You know? Everyone. We are like foreigners in our own country. They are targeting us. And guess what? Even though you're a citizen here, Uganda is our home. We have siblings there, we have parents there, we have property there, you know, but it seems like we are being targeted. So if we all come out and say enough is enough, in big numbers, enough is enough, you know, frontline, and then for us we stay, you know, just looking on, you know. So comrades, I want to encourage all of you, join us. Let's be active, all of us as a team. Believe me, nothing defeats teamwork. Yeah? We might not be where we want to be, but at least we are not where we were. We are a step further, and as we go along, let's continue working together, and finally we shall uproot the dictatorial regime. I want to thank everyone who is here, and I know the president is on his way. So feel free to interact, feel free if you want to share a message to us. And I also want to welcome our executive treasurer, Mr. Elvis Barikalaba. Wave to the people. I know you just came in. But if you want to say hello before the president comes in, because when the president comes in, we want to give him enough time to talk to the people. I hope the first lady is with him as well, so that the people can have ample time for Q&A. So anyone who wants to say something, thank you so much, comrades, and again, welcome.
People power, our power. Mr. Elvis is going to talk about finance. When I say we are a government in waiting, most people don't understand. A government is waiting, the government that is in waiting, we are organized. We are just waiting to take over. So we have a finance department, we have health department, we have everybody. And we have sharp brains. We have everybody. Ugandans are educated people. I know some people don't think about that, but they are educated. And guess what? Most of the educated people, because you can't work with the rule, you leave the country. So the country is deprived of skilled people. Let me welcome Mr. Elvis. He's our treasurer for the entire diaspora.
Thank you, comrades. Really, my first time in I don't know how you guys live here, but I had to park my car in some place where we paid 120, and we are like, fine, take the car for 24 hours.
ati tuli wano baje gumubbanga maje gachabrani abanyabuzaaro omuri Kyagulanyi abanyabuzaaro omuri Musinguzi muri Muta mushije muri Muta abana bitu muri yaha banamwe tubinje Omunyarwanda aza tubayuye no mazina gitu barundaga abo bana babitaba barajimana batujamana tubinge ba ibe mana Marvin today turi mu kazi tubiba n'abanyakore muje tubinge ba tuzemana bakaranzimana natukunda yenze natukunda yenze njecho hiwe natukunda Musinguzi muhereza byona ninye ndi wano ndi umite
farm kind of that's why raise those kids and that's why they're a bit okay. So I leave. Yeah, they can come. They help Marvin. Ethan also helps Marvin with IT. He's graduating in May as a software engineer. So we are you're supposed to add him into the IT team as Claire requested, and he allowed. So you can do that. I'm going to give you all the children. Do whatever you do as long as Chika Chapo struggle. As long as it helps the struggle. So we have so many accounts for NUP. All your NUP accounts, all of them, they're right here. No one has a right on those accounts apart from me. And that's why you don't see me, so that they can't take me away. They will take your accounts. So I'm in charge of those accounts. Your chapters are signatories to those accounts. They are secondary signatories. If there is any problem, just let me know. I have so much contacts in Chess Bank. Your money will be safe. I just make one call and they close your money. Imagine if chapter leader tries to take out your money and you report to me that, oh, Marvin misused the money. I can close that account and lock it from him. So those are the kind of measures we put. I have all the accounts. When I give them to you, tomorrow we are going to give New York an account here. There will be 2 signatories on that account here in New York. But if any member calls me and like, I think some money is missing, that account is blocked. He cannot access the money. All the money is with me. I can access it for the chapter. I am a tax accountant. My job is taxes. That's all I understand. So I give you money for the last 20 years. I'm a tax accountant, that's what I do. So I hold your money with gratitude and faith. The other thing that I can tell you, every chapter has an account, and every chapter is required to have 2 signatories on that account. So that's what we do. Collecting money. When you collect the funds in your chapter, that money is yours. My job, I can see your money, but I can't tell Boston how much New York has. No. And Boston, I can see their money, they are the greatest state, but I can't even tell California that this is how much Boston has. So that's how we did it. So chapters remain independent from the executive. So your money is strictly yours to do the duties of the NUP organization. Organization structures. And the organization structures are like this. We do have our diaspora leader, and he authorizes us down here to run our organization as long as we agree. That is the kind of thing we do. You can work independently as long as you can report to the diaspora leader that this is what we are doing here, and please be in the loop. He will be okay. Taxes for the organization. We are a 501c4. We are not a 501c3. Most people think that, oh, we are 501c3, so when we give in the money, you're supposed to give us a receipt and claim it of tax. You cannot claim this money on the tax. Okay? This is a 501c4. 4 meaning we are political. We are kind of lobbying for a certain cause. So I do those taxes.
And I can tell you, National Unity Platform Diaspora Inc. is
revolutionary
so
kids.
that's what I do for the organization. I don't charge anything. It's free, and that's what I can offer as a person. So, and with all that you, what we did, I would like to thank you for collecting the money you collected that ran the campaign. All the money that you collected is being no one, don't hear these guys on the web or not on I think somewhere TikTok or Facebook saying that there are people there giving NUP money. Guys, all the money that comes from NUP comes to me. I'm the only person who sends it. We stay at night with my girls and my wife and send the money out together. So if you need to know, call me. I will show receipts. Is that true? I give you receipts. I give receipts each chapter for each money they collected. And they are supposed to show you in your chapter that the money went in Uganda and you got a receipt. So all your money is receipted. No money goes to the office and stays in this company. No. The money that you send out, I pay taxes on it. Last time we collected over 110,000. And all those taxes, my company pays them. So NUP doesn't pay taxes. That's what I'm saying. We don't take money to pay taxes for NUP. I pay those taxes. That's what my company can offer to you. So no taxes are charged on that money. All the money is sent over there. When I do the taxes, I claim it as my own income and I pay the taxes on it. So NUP doesn't pay taxes on it. The other thing, thanks for coming out for Waiswa. Waiswa lost the wife, and guys, we collected over 64 million Uganda shillings in the diaspora. So thanks so much, guys, for coming out, and the money was deposited on Kato's account to take care of the kids. So thanks so much, I appreciate, and I'll always be there, even when I retire from serving NUP. I'll still remain with what I can do, taxes that I can do for NUP. Remitting money through my company, yes, I can remit to a tune of 3.5 million outside of Uganda without US coming after me. So those are the things we can do. So I'll still do those things. We are going for leadership tomorrow. So if you hear that I've been demoted, don't be scared. I will still help out, okay? So let's see what will come out. Marvin might vote me out. Thank you so much. May God bless you.
People power, our power. Yeah, as we're waiting for the president. Yeah, thank you so much, Comrade Elvis. Me and Comrade Elvis, we talked 3 a.m. in the night, 2 a.m. in the night. And we both asked ourselves, when do you get time to rest? We asked each other, when do you get time to rest? But, yeah, we end up talking 2 a.m., 3 a.m. All in good to see that we put our party to the right standard. So we dedicate our time to the family. I'm an IT by profession. Where I can put my skill sets, it helps. As long as it's going to add value to the party, that's the most important part. Like I said, all of us were educated those most of us tried hard to see that we get education. But guess what? We're deprived to provide our skills to our country. It's because of the poor leadership, lack of accountability, high gross human rights violations. As we speak, we have so many of our comrades that are in prison since 2018. I know people talk about 2021, but I'm talking about since 2018. The moment the seven realized that His Excellency Robert Chagulanyi Ssentamu is going to be an important person, everybody around him, they started hunting them down. So we have our people, most of our supporters that are in prison since 2018. Let's keep praying for them and let's stand in the gap for them. We've lost a couple of comrades here and there, but we still stand strong. Until we get there, we're not going to give up. Until we get there. So thank you so much, Comrade Elvis. New York, New Jersey, Connecticut. Comrades, develop the culture of donating. I can buy a burger, and that burger just take one bite, and I'm like, I'll eat it later. And by the time I go for that burger again, it's probably hard going, I'm like, I'll trash it. But that money you've just trashed, you can play a part. So I'm going to request everybody, please look out for donations. Look out for the links of donation. Our website is Diaspora NUP, like our party, NOP, diasporanope.org. We are launching a new website, and it's going to be launched on Saturday. And when we launch that website, go to the donation button and donate. That money is going to add value. That money is going to fight for the democracy that you want to see in Uganda. Friends, your sisters, I want you to come. You who's a friend of Uganda. I want you to come at Entebbe and you get an equal kind of treatment, the equal treatment that you find when you get home. Same medication or med care or health care. Good roads the way you find the roads here. And so forth. And so on and so forth. So, please, donate. Donate. I'll always say donate. Even if you give in $5, they're going to make a difference. They're going to make a difference. NUP back home does not have or does not make any money at all. And actually, because we're the leading opposition, we, based on the constitution, we're supposed to be getting money from the government because we're the leading opposition. But guess what? That money was taken away. So NUP is only going to survive when you and me play our part. Don't wait for the leaders to play their part. You and me have to play that part. So friends of Uganda, if you want to donate, go to Diaspora National Unity Platform, diasporanup.org, and donate. Hit on the button, donate. That money will come through. I will be very, very grateful. We have merchandise right there. Those that are just coming, we have berets, we have t-shirts, we have the president's portrait. Can I see that portrait? There's a portrait for the president. And if anybody wants to take it right now, trust me, I'm going to have the president sign it for you. And once the president signs this for you, in your living room, you just hang it right there. Isn't it? It will look beautiful with his signature on it. So this will be up. I know everyone is asking me how much is it? How much is it? Tell me what you want to offer for this. This money that you're giving is going to go right straight to support the party. So once you get this, give me an offer, and that offer will get signed and you take it with you home today. Thank you. Yeah. So we have to find every means of supporting, every means. So we did talk about creating allies and friends. Comrades, where do you want to see Uganda next? And the nationality platform. Those are some of the questions you need to ask yourself. Mr. Jonathan, you want to say something?
Yeah, all right.
Please. Yeah.
Thank you, Marvin. I want to supplement on your submission to her question. Mama, I want to answer you again. We have so many questions to you, so many answers to your questions. First of all, you asked how should you align with us? How can you help us? And what should you do for us? First of all, the dictatorship in Uganda is very strong because of the Western allies. Your money, I mean you the taxpayers, the money you pay the government, the same money that the dictators in Africa, in Uganda, it's different.
Okay.
So there's no way
let
to
people
fight.
start. You get
Okay. $1 billion.
So that
Aha, look at you.
Thank you very much. Mr. President.
There.
Yes.
You're welcome.
How you doing?
Yeah, right. How are you?
Good, good.
You're welcome.
Thank you. So finally, are we not together tomorrow?
We are. Are you with me tomorrow? Yeah.
Yes. So, mugamba kuti Madam Deputy obulamu bugamba okyali mulamu olivumite
That's how I feel. Tweyanziza. That is how I feel. Tweyanziza. I don't know what to say. I'm overwhelmed and I'm blown up, but thank you for coming. And thank you for being alive very much.
Yeah.
Thank you. Webale kubeera mulamu ne webale kujja. We know it wasn't the right timing, but we are happy you're here. You're here and alive. Bakama bange mwenna abali kuno kuliko abantu bisatu sofa mukama waffe nze simanyi bwakukola mumanyi nefujjo. I'm all over the place. Simanyi bwakwegonza. I'm trying, but simanyi. Yes, empisa zinzita simanyi kyakola naye nga yes, thank you. Oh, sorry, I'm so sorry.
I don't want
Yes. Are we ready? Okay. Yeah. Kanunja kabatire butezi. Wona mukama waffe nga. Let me go and sit.
Yes. Yeah. What do you want me to do? President.
Okay. Let's go. All right. Thank you very much.
Our power.
Have you said hello to brother?
Oh yes.
Yes, I have. I did. Yes.
How are you? How are you? Thank you very much. Thank you. Come on, muze mulina ndi mabega wengezaako gonda eddalu mulimanyi eri ababiri wamu.
Yes, I'm in the leadership council for the
Thank you very much. So he's here. Nja kabateerayo. Nkyakwata.
People power.
Our power. People power.
People power.
Our power.
Our power.
People power. Everywhere. NUP. Tutusa. Yes.
Mr. President, you're welcome.
I'll go live now.
Thanks for joining us. This is New York. Mr. Stewart, I'm going to leave you to take over your chapter. I think we can start with the national anthem, and then we'll do the NUP one. Oh, you
our future in the hand. United, free for liberty, together we always stand. When the struggle is over, we shall wear the victor's crown. We shall wear the victor's crown. We shall wear the victor's crown. When the struggle is over, we shall wear the victor's crown in a new Uganda.
People power.
Power, power.
Power.
People power.
NUP.
Everywhere.
Everywhere.
NUP.
Thank you. Comrades, you can have a seat, Mr. President. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Mobilization. Dear President, we are so honored to have you here. Your Excellency, the elected President of Uganda, Robert Kyagulanyi Ssentamu, the legitimate elected President of Uganda, Robert Kyagulanyi Ssentamu, I repeat. We are so honored to be here. Members of the Diaspora Council, distinguished guests, chapter leaders from different areas, friends and well-wishers, comrades of New York, New Jersey, and Connecticut, and all over the state. I'm so humbled, and I'm glad to be here to welcome you and let you know that you should feel free. Here is your home. Our President, we're not gonna take it so far. The program has been a little bit more, but we're gonna shorten it because people have been here waiting for you, and we're gonna try to make it a little bit shorter. And for that matter, I'm gonna request you, President, allow me and give you a short background of our chapter and some of our achievements. But before that, I would like to call Ms. Grace to give us a prayer for this occasion.
Good evening, everyone. Good evening, everyone. Good evening. Are you happy to be here? Yes. Woo! Say that or not, I had a dream about it. But anyway, we're going to pray and we're going to humble ourselves. Every single person, you have someone you believe in, and it's Almighty God, right? I hope everybody can agree with me. I just want us to remember that nothing we can do without God, right? So, we're going to pray. Close your eyes, if you can. Oh, before you do that, I wanted to read a psalm, because I thought it was proper. It's Psalm 16, verse 6 NKJV, the New King James Version. It says, "The lines have fallen to me in pleasant places." Can you repeat after me? The lines have fallen to me in pleasant places. Yes. Say yes. Yes. I have a good inheritance. So let's pray. Oh Lord, our God, we thank you for today, Lord. Let everything, Father God, we're going to talk about today, we're going to think about today, that in our lives, Father God, will come together and be in divine alignment. In Jesus' mighty name. Amen.
Thank you, Madam Grace, for that nice prayer. Dear President, this is the brief background of our chapter, and I'm going to start right now. New York State is located in the northern eastern United States of the Mid-Atlantic Census Bureau Division. It's made of 5 boroughs, namely Bronx, Queens, Manhattan, Kings, and Staten Island. New York, New Jersey, and Connecticut chapter was founded way back in 2020 towards the preparation of the 2021 Uganda's presidential election. It started slowly with a few members, but due to the great love for the nation Uganda and efforts of mobilization, it emerged. After 2021 presidential election, which were marred by widespread of fraud, voting irregularities, repeated arrests of opposition politicians, and voters' intimidation, members lost hope and started disappearing or stepping down. Under the leadership of Dr. Daniel Kalma, the diaspora team leader, and his entire committee sought for solutions which were to revamp the chapter back to life. Under my guidance, under my leadership, together with the guidance of Dr. Daniel Kalma and his committee, plus the New York chapter structure cabinet, we have been able to bring back our chapter to the move. In May 12, 2023, the Structural Opposition Committee was voluntarily selected to mobilize and take a lead towards the development of the chapter for the purpose of liberating our country, Uganda. President, I request you to allow me to give you a brief illustration, brief outlines of my cabinet that I work with to make sure that the work of the struggle moves smoothly. I will start with the chapter head, Stuart Kasacha, I myself, the vice chapter leader, Comrade Rita Johnson, secretary, Comrade Winnie, finance stroke treasurer, Comrade Grace, head of mobilization, Comrade Agnes, head of welfare, Comrade Caroline Kagoya, logistics officer, Comrade Esau, events coordinator, Manuel Martinez, head of legal affairs, Comrade Eric Enoch Katenda, head of security is Comrade Mutwaribu Bob, and head of communication, none other than but Comrade Jonah Katz. Your Excellency, allow me to give you a bit of achievements and objectives. Our President, we do hold weekly meetings every Friday to communicate issues of national importance and hear from each other. We created a chapter's WhatsApp group where information is posted for sensitization purposes and delivery of news about the struggle, for example, demonstrations, leadership trainings, conferences, and what have you. We managed to open up our chapter's bank account for transparency and safety for our funds, donations, securities, and so on. We have managed to organize demonstrations to call for demand of release of our political prisoners and other innocent Ugandans. In addition to that, we advocate for restoration of peace, freedom, and respect for human rights, and a voice to demand for the end of corruption in Uganda. We do engage in community activities in order to create awareness to the community for who we are, what we do, and what we fight for, and also be part of the service givers to the community. Most so, in our chapter, we engage with the senators and congressmen for petitions and consultations. So far, we have done a couple of them and met one of the congressmen called Gregory Mix, and he has been of a great importance. We have been able to reach out to Human Rights Watch and two petitions regarding the abuse of human rights in Uganda by the ruling dictator and his counterparts. We also managed to attend the IMF and World Bank spring meetings in Washington, D.C. for the purpose of leadership trainings and also pose questions to the donors for the president's support and the money they rendered to him without any tracing on the expenses of the poor citizens of Uganda. We have also managed to mobilize new members to the chapter through various venues, e.g. picnics, conferences, get-together parties, and others. And for that matter, I call upon whoever that is here that has got friends nearby, New Jersey, Connecticut, New York, just forward them together to me. We shall register them, make them be part of us, and also try to see how we can go about the struggle. Last but not least, we managed to create different social media platforms for chapters, say Twitter, the so-called X, Facebook, TikTok accounts, to ease the spread of information to the entire world and hence exposing the characters of that bad regime. Your Excellency, that's what I have to produce to you today as far as the achievements of New York, but we are looking forward to do more, better and better as time goes by. Without wasting much time, I think I'm gonna request the President, please allow me to request you to come and give a word to your people.
Thank you.
You're the long-awaited person.
Thank you very much. May I please speak from here?
Yes. Yes.
Thank you very much. People power.
Our power.
Our power.
People power.
NUP.
Everywhere.
Everywhere.
NUP.
Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. I'm honored to be in your midst today. I was in San Francisco, and I met this old lady, and she held me by the cheeks, wondering whether I'm the one and wondering whether I'm still alive. Sometimes it comes to me and I also wonder whether I'm still alive. But here I am. I want to, first of all, apologize for reaching late. I really, really respect your time. And I know, especially in a country like America, that's where the real meaning of time is money comes out. So please take my apologies for being here late. I take the blame. I would have sent the blame to my brother who was driving me, but I'll take that blame, and I hope you'll understand. I found myself having so much to deal with in a very short time. I'm in New York only up to tomorrow, and yet there's so much to do. But nevertheless, I am here. And it is you, the white people, that say better late than never. I want to appreciate you for taking this time to come so we can meet and share a few thoughts. I mean, I keep using social media, and many of you listen to me and follow me on social media. You could have been there. But the fact that you came so we can interface and share these thoughts, please know I don't take it for granted. To the leadership, our chapter leader, Madam Deputy Diaspora Leader, all the leadership and comrades, I salute you. Thank you very much for not getting tired. This that we're doing is tiring. It is frustrating. If I could, I would share with you how many times I feel like giving up. But I know that much as there are so many reasons to give up, there are much more reasons to keep going. And here we are, still soldiering on until we get there. So thank you very, very much for not getting tired, for not giving up, for not getting frustrated. You guys that show up, you are the reason why even when I'm jet lagged so much like now, I find myself having to come and meet you. I told some friends a while ago that while I finish every day so tired and I'm driving back home, you find border guys that are broke, don't have fuel, but they drive in there, sometimes in their dozens, sometimes they're 50, escorting you back home. And then you're like, if these guys are not giving up, then who am I to give up? That alone keeps us going. Many of you, I see you on social media, agitating, pushing, and that keeps us going. Thank you, thank you, thank you. That you do is the reason why people keep going. Why even me, many of you keep telling me I inspire you, but you don't know how much you inspire me to keep going. So thank you very much. It is us that are supposed to do this. It is us that the country has. Thank you very much for not giving up. Maybe briefly, and I keep saying it, earlier today I was having a meeting with the Council for Foreign Relations, and I told them that I'm not in exile. I'm not a refugee.
Yeah.
No, I am not. I'm only bearing all characteristics of a refugee, but I'm not. Maybe I'm still living in denial, but I refuse to accept that I'm in exile. My fight is in Uganda and I will go back.
Yeah.
I will go back. When and how, that is a matter of planning and getting ready. But I'll go back after doing the work that I have to do and face that regime. But before that, you all know I ran away from my home so I could still be alive some more. So I could be able to speak some more. My sneaking out of my country, my escape from my home, my own home, and finally, escape from my country was, for lack of a better word, a way of postponing my execution. Because as all of you know, we went into an election that was extremely brutal. And one would think that the brutality was during the campaign. But as soon as my wife and I cast our ballot, we were placed under house arrest. But that was not enough, especially for this imbecile son of Museveni that lacks confidence. Every time he looks at a common man or common woman that believes in themselves, they feel so threatened. So he ordered the military to raid my home the following day. But being the ghetto child that I am, somehow I eluded them and left my home. That didn't settle down well with them. They kept searching for me, as all of you were following, ordering his military to find me and deliver my privates to him. And then later on, issuing another order to deliver me to him, dead or alive. Because he's so insecure, and because I beat him at his game, not the police, not the military, or any security institution could find me. They raided my home, beat up everybody there, tortured my wife and family members, stripped my wife naked and took pictures. Those cowards. A whole bunch of more than 40 men fighting one woman. But she again defeated them because they could not break her. They could not get her to tell them where I was. And she knew where I was. That speaks to the power of women and the power of resilience. Anyway, she ended up in hospital. And she also escaped from her hospital bed. Ended up here in America with our children. I stayed in the country for close to 2 months. First, because it was dangerous for me to make a move before planning it in detail, but also to further prove to all and sundry that these guys are not as smart as they think. Their intelligence is actually not intelligent. And ultimately, I was able to leave the country, and here I am. Leaving my home and leaving my country was the most painful thing. I mean, I've spoken to so many people that were in exile, but I never ever imagined that a day would come and I have to leave my home, not with my favorite shirt or my favorite shoe or my favorite book. But we made it, and here we are. Meanwhile, the situation back home continues to be dire. Abductions continue to go on. As we speak right now, all of you have been following how Comrade Alex Wise from Ofumbiro was kept in prison, denied even the mandatory bail, what our law provides for, was thrown out of the window. He was denied the mandatory bail, denied the opportunity to nurse his dying wife. And even when she passed away, he was denied the opportunity to lay her to rest. All this is being done to break us. On the 12th of March, the home of my personal assistant, Don Sheriff Naja, was raided because they were expecting me to be hiding in his home. When they didn't find me or him, they took his wife. Everything was on camera. It has been 37 days. Nobody knows where that woman is. She's held incognito. Some people tell us she's in a military barracks. But even when the court ordered for her to be presented dead or alive, they dismissed the court, the military. She's a woman. Imagine somebody coming and picking your wife from your home and taking her away. And you don't know where your wife is. You are with your 2 babies. And the so-called Uganda People's Defense Forces comes and takes your woman away. Worse than it was done during the days of Idi Amin. Idi Amin was killing or abducting intellectuals that threatened his power. Museveni and his son are abducting border riders, market vendors, and wives. We don't know where the wife of Sheriff is up to now. You can imagine that pain. You can imagine that contempt. So that makes the plight of my own wife and other people much lighter. As we speak now, our sisters, Olivia Lutaya, Sauda Madada, Doreen Kaija, and many others are in prison for no crime whatsoever. I could go on and on and on and on. But back home is not only depressing. There's also some impressing things that are happening. Our people refuse to give up, especially our young people. They refuse to give up. In the face of intimidation, wherever and whenever there's an opportunity for them to assert themselves, they have done it. You followed up in Makerere University, you are following in Chambogo, you are following other institutions of learning. But even besides that, the population itself refuses to give up. The regime has decided to revenge on people for not voting them. They are demolishing people's houses with impunity, trying to impoverish them, trying to, prove a point. As we speak right now, the regime is not only fighting activists and freedom fighters back home, but even here where we are. Now, they've brought a new law that seeks to make this that we are doing illegal. To make it illegal for Ugandans, even thousands of miles away from home, to meet and discuss the future of Uganda. If you meet and discuss how messed up our economy is, they'll brand you an economic saboteur. And they are threatening to declare us non-citizens. Imagine somebody who we know is a foreigner is trying to declare us foreigners in our own country. That can go on and on and on and on. But the good news is that our people refuse to give up. They are still standing strong. Now I'm here, many people, and you saw regime propagandists when I escaped Uganda and the next stop was Washington. They went on social media and said, you see, Bobi Wine is an agent of the whites, he's an agent of colonialism. Why did he go to America? Why didn't he go to an African country? And they would be right if they were not idiots. Why? I mean, look back in the 60s, in the fight for independence, in the 70s, in the days of Idi Amin, and even the 80s, in the days of Milton Obote, Ugandan dissidents would just cross the border to Kenya and they would be safe. The likes of Museveni. Well, Museveni went to Europe. The same person criticizing me for going to the West. He was in Sweden with his family. But I mean, people like Dr. Kiza Besigye and others had their bases in Nairobi, in Tanzania, and other countries. Question is, how come then I did not go to Kenya? All of you have seen that the Ugandan dictatorship has gone ahead to export its impunity even across the border. And this, I keep telling the Americans and the Europeans that every time they tolerate a dictatorship, it grows from a seed to a seedling to a big tree. And now, the impunity has been exported to Kenya and Tanzania and other countries. No wonder now abductions are the order of the day. It never used to happen in Kenya. One would be safe in Kenya or Tanzania. But you saw Dr. Besigye was abducted from Kenya by Ugandan security, driven across the border in a car trunk, and then slapped with bogus charges in a kangaroo military court. And now the same people are questioning why I did not base in Kenya. You saw what happened to our sister Agatha Dwele and other activists in Tanzania. And now the same people are wondering why I did not serve myself to the regime by going to Tanzania. Anyway, here I am, alive and kicking, and still going. The biggest question therefore would be, what next? What is the mission? Friends, I am not in exile, I'm on a mission.
Thank you.
Amen. Yeah.
And I'm not going to stop. We are not going to stop. Yes, I'm saying that to me, don't quote me, because technically I'm in exile. But spiritually, I am not. I'm on the move. And this move, the final stop, it might not be the next stop, but the final stop will be Kampala, Uganda. We have a problem, a very, very big problem. But we are going to turn this problem into an opportunity. Somebody say it after me. We are going to turn this problem into an opportunity. We are going to turn this problem into an opportunity. Because yes, we can, and we are going to do that. They thought by driving me out of their country, they had finished the game. They're just starting it. It's important to look at challenges and turn them into opportunities. I mean, I don't remember when I last had an opportunity to engage the New York chapter, to talk our own truth to each other, to recharge each other, to remind each other that each other is all that we have. But this that we have is not little. No, it is not. It is such a huge, huge force that if we galvanize it and harness it, it can do wonders. What I've been doing and what I'll continue to do is, first and foremost, keep on knocking at different doors and lobbying and exposing this regime. Good enough, this imbecile is doing it for us. I don't have to come and explain to any official here in the US or anywhere in the world the criminality that is going on back home. It is on X. I just tell somebody, open. Open. That is exactly what I'm talking about. You see, the painful fact is that just like Idi Amin, right from the days of Idi Amin, all these dictators have been propped up by the developed world until they turn against them or until they become so embarrassing. That is the time where the Museveni regime has reached. It is embarrassing even those that associate with it. And it's time for them to disassociate with it. When our forefathers were fighting against slavery, there are many that were supporting it until it became so embarrassing to associate with. When the Mandelas in their time were fighting against apartheid in South Africa, apartheid was the thing. In fact, back then, the British Prime Minister branded Nelson Mandela a terrorist. But eventually, apartheid fell. It didn't fall like a miracle. No, it took efforts. I remember here in New York, back in the 80s, a documentary about apartheid South Africa was shown here in New York. It was launched here in New York, and it was shown in various, cinemas across America. And that alone was an expose that ultimately pushed the US government to acknowledge that indeed apartheid was evil, and the US government, plus all other governments in the developed free world, to associate with. That's exactly what we are going to do. That's exactly what we are doing. And we are succeeding. We are succeeding. No wonder they are pushing back. If we are not succeeding, they will not be pushing back. We want to push for sanctions because this country has laws, and those laws, they function. They have the global Magnitsky law that, is to the effect that corrupt governments and government officials and those that are involved in gross human rights violations can be sanctioned. Their properties, Kuamba, what is Kuamba in English? Abducted. Confiscated and all that. That is what we want to do. We want sanctions on Museveni, his son, and all those officials that are involved in gross human rights violations, in the torture of our people, in the subversion of democracy, and even those judges that are so immoral and are so criminal that they present somebody to them that is grossly tortured, but instead of sending that person to the emergency room, they send them to prison. You saw what happened to Kapwenza. You saw what happened to Eddie Mutwe and others. Sekirinya and others. So, it works, and that is exactly what we are doing. But also, and very importantly, to mobilize ourselves in the diaspora. Friends, you people in the diaspora are very important. For all these countries that have freed themselves, the biggest percentage of that effort has come from the diaspora. You are the brain. And you're operating from a safe zone. So let's use it. But we can only use it when we interact regularly. That's why I keep moving from one place to another, from one state to another, to ensure that at least we charge each other. They say it's one hand that washes another. I get energy off you to keep going. And I hope I also emit some energy to you to keep going. And there we'll keep going and going and going and going. Iron sharpens iron. Finally, friends, I want you to know that we must organize. The diaspora is so effective, not just here in America. I'm here in America, and for as long as I still can't move, I will go to Europe, I will go to the Arabian countries, I will go to Africa, the safe countries in Africa. But again, don't worry about me. If I could make it out of Uganda, I can even make it back into Uganda. And before you know, we're in Enten. So, let us keep believing. Let us keep going. Let us keep organizing. Let us keep agitating. Let us keep making friends. Making friends for Uganda. We are going to be free. Me, I'm not giving up. No, I'm not going to give up. In any case, what other alternative other than keep going? I like Bob Marley. He said you can never know how strong you are until being strong is the only solution. Here we are. Here we are. Finally, I want to thank the people that have supported us. Personally, I always laugh at myself when I say I'm homeless, because I am. The military took over my home. But I've lived just as comfortable as I was in my home because I'm surrounded with love. I want to thank you very much for keeping me fed, for keeping me clothed, for keeping me hopeful. Do that to each other. Do that to each other. Let us keep making each other feel safe, feel loved, feel secure. And let us keep the hope alive. So with those few remarks, friends, I want to appreciate you so much. Tomorrow, I'm being lined up for an award ceremony here in New York. And then the day after tomorrow, we'll have a leadership retreat in Boston. We'll engage. I keep visiting various universities. A few days ago, I was at the University of California in Berkeley. In the coming days, I hope to speak to the students in Howard University in Washington. Hope to speak to the students in Harvard and many other places to ensure that this time, where the regime thinks I should be crying and I should be in a corner regretting why I ever got into this, I want to stand here and tell the regime that if I had to do it again, I would do it and even more stubbornly. Yeah. Let us keep fighting. Uganda is going to be free. I have no doubt about that. I have no doubt about that. These things that you see the regime doing show an exiting regime. If they were still here, they would be operating with confidence. But now they're operating with fear. They are under fear. Let us keep pushing. One day we'll be meeting in our own home. One day we're not going to have to be shy about our country. We're going to be proud of our country. We're not going to have to be scared. We will be free, and that is very soon. But it's not going to come as a miracle. It's going to come out of the work and the push that we exert. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. And thank you for leadership.
People power.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah, thank you so much, Mr. President. People power. Our power. People power. NUP. Everywhere. And everywhere. NUP. People power. Our power. People power. Everywhere. NUP. And NUP. Everywhere. In New York. Everywhere. In Boston. People power. In California. People power. In Chicago. People power. Everywhere is NUP. 50 states. And Chaplain, our president. Thank you so much, Mr. President. Thank you, New York, for loving our president, and thank you for loving National Unity Platform. We're gonna be doing Q&A. We will, for those that have questions, you can write them down, and we can forward some of those questions. We are going to be, Madam Leila, I think Mr. Stewart stepped out a little bit. Those who need refreshments, water is right at the back, some snacks over there. So feel free to pick up a bottle and drink. And it's kind of a little bit hot here, but let's let's give it a, yeah. Serve yourself. Feel free, get up and, yeah. So Q&A is next. Please feel free. And thank you so much.
Hello. Mr. President.
Yes, sir.
My name is Ernest Skin, 83 years of age, Commonwealth. I've been in this country since 1967. I've never stopped being a Pan-Africanist. I come from Trinidad and Tobago. I want to congratulate you for what you've been doing. The fact that you've put your body on the line time and time again is what is expected of you. The beauty about it is that you are now surrounded by people who hold you in great esteem, and you should very much be comforted by that. I'm extremely happy to know that your wife has joined you. I move in political circles, and I understand that Brother Meeks has met with your folks. I would like to give you the opportunity to possibly meet with the head of the Congressional Black Caucus, Congresswoman Yvette Clark. Yvette is my congressperson, and I helped to get her elected. So I will do that. So I'll be talking with your president, your local president, to see how that can be done. Continue with success.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Elder.
Thank you, sir. Much appreciated. Yeah, thank you so much.
Mr. President-elect, congratulations. My name is Bukola Shonuga. I'm a Nigerian American, but I call myself, I'm a citizen of the United States of Africa. That's what I am. And my question to you is, you feel safe in America, ironically. I've been following you for quite a while now. By the way, I'd like to recognize Milton Alimadi.
Yeah.
Milton Alimadi is the #1 champion. Our brother, who's a champion. He just gives us so much power, and he's one that actually invites us here in such a short notice. But back to my question, it's ironic that you're in America right now, with the situation in this country, with that autocrat in power in this country, where you feel safe. In light of what's happening in the Gaza Strip, in Iran, as we speak in the Middle East in general, and the role that America and Israel play in this massacre that's happening in that part of the world, why do you feel safe in America? I mean, really, I want you to answer the question. Why do you feel safe in a country that Africans, so to speak, used to look up to this country as a safe haven that we come and we work and we contribute to the economy and the culture of this nation, whereby America does not belong to white people, we belong to indigenous people, right? So we're all entitled to be in this country. And I understand that that's why we're here and we contribute. But then again, my specific question that I would like to address, why do you feel so safe in this country, considering the current state of affairs in this country? Thank you.
Thank you, Mama. I appreciate the fact that you envision Africa as a United States. We might not see that in our lifetime, but when the dream is kept alive, we'll get there. I mean, our forefathers envisioned freedom for 400 years, but they saw that freedom through their posterity. So dreams never die. Why do I feel safe in America? I never said I feel safe, because I don't feel fully safe. But I can confidently say I feel much safer in America than back home. The further away I'm from home, is the safer I feel. Isn't that painful? Isn't that ironic? I just mentioned that in the days of Idi Amin, you could, as soon as you cross the border, you feel safe. But even the brothers across the border compromise, and the compromising continues. So first and foremost, I wanted to make it to be as far away from from home as possible to feel safe. Not only for safety, because I could go to Zambia, I would be safe in Zambia. At least they have a decent president who also happens to be my personal friend, President Ichilema. I could maybe have a semblance of safety in countries like South Africa and others. But again, Zambia or South Africa is less responsible for the situation in Uganda than America. For a long time, America has been giving Museveni up to $1 billion US. Now that money is given to Museveni in our name. But realistically, that money is meant to suppress us. So I came to the US, one, to get a semblance of safety, but not to be safe, because I know the regime in Uganda has a history of pursuing its political opponents, even from far across borders. I mean, even when I move in America, I look over my shoulders because I know a lot of taxpayers' money has been invested to pursue me and eliminate me. In fact, it's easier and safer for them to harm me or eliminate me from a country like America, because then they can say, he was not in our hands. But again, I'm here in America to make a case for Uganda, to tell the Americans, the American administration, that we are not here to ask you to save us. We are here to demand that you stop sponsoring our oppression. If America is not supporting Museveni, he would not be able to subjugate us for that long. If the EU was not empowering and sponsoring him, he wouldn't. We can fight Museveni and defeat him. But we cannot fight against $1 billion a year. We cannot fight against American guns and the French, tear gas and the European euros and all that. We want to call them out, to ask them to stop being partners in crime. And we don't only call out the administration, but to try as much as possible, which we are. And that's why I'm asking you to make as many friends as possible. Pleases me so much to see that we have an elder from Trinidad and Tobago, to a sister like you from Nigeria, coming together as Africans to agitate for an African country so that we can make that a free country and a base to free other countries. And we know that this is a country where citizens are respected and listened to. So if American citizens reach out to their congressmen and women, to their senators, and tell them to stop using their taxpayers' money in sponsoring terror in Uganda, we believe that will work. We believe we'll get sanctions against them. We believe we'll pressure them the same way the American government was pressured to stop aligning itself with the apartheid regime in South Africa. We can achieve that. We can't reinvent the wheel. It has been done before. It can't be done. Finally, I'll tell you this, that what is being done in Uganda is not being done in Europe. I mean, if the people that Museveni is killing were being killed by any European dictator, that dictator would not be in power the following week. Imagine that if there was a son of a president in some country in Europe that brags about torturing people and posts that on social media, that says, I killed 24 members of the opposition party and their leader should be my 25th victim. Imagine if that happened. The entire Western world would be up in arms. But to see that that does not happen in Europe or anywhere in the world but happens in Africa is an indication that the standard of human rights in Africa is rated low. So if the standard of human rights and the standard of democracy in Africa is rated lower than anywhere else in the world, if that's not racism, then what is it? Thank you.
Yes, the microphone is open. I know you had a question prior. You're good?
I think, and I'm humbled to be here, I think you answered it. The US is the greatest purveyor of violence in the world and in Africa. It is our responsibility who live in the belly of the beast to stop the funding of the killing, to stop the imperialist hegemonistic interest, and to support, as you so determined, the president, the rightful president of Uganda to return home and assume a beautiful, beloved community and freedom. So you've answered it, and I'm honored.
Thank you.
Yeah, comrades, the microphone is open. Please feel free. I'll repeat, we have refreshment, we have water, and we have a couple snacks at the back. Yes, thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Mr. President. Thank you very much. I don't actually have a question, but I just want to say thank you for being alive. Thank you for being alive, and thank you for inspiring us all over the world. Thank you very much. That is all I can say. Thank you.
Yeah, yes, sir. Thank you.
Hello, Mr. President. My name is Amalsa Pasasha. I'm Ugandan, born and bred. I just wanted to commend you for how resilient you have been over the course of this fight and struggle. I've personally felt overpowered over the times, over the years, seeing the things that have been happening to you. And because of you, seeing that you do not give up, and have inspired such tremendous wave of leadership and Pan-Africanism across Africa, because we all know Bobi Wine is not just a Ugandan treasure, you are a treasure across Africa and the world. We know that you're the duly elected president of Uganda, but this is just a matter of when, not if. I know that you're going to be in State House in Uganda. What is your view of leaders like Burkina Faso president and working with them once you take office in Uganda? Thank you.
Thank you. That's a very interesting question. Have you ever had a question for which you have a different answer as time moves, where your answer keeps evolving? First and foremost, I'm one firm believer in young leadership in Africa. And when I saw Ibrahim Traore taking over, I was glad. Why? I love Thomas Sankara. And I saw Thomas Sankara taking over. What Thomas Sankara did and what we hoped he would have done had he lived inspired us. It's because of people like Thomas Sankara, revolutionaries like Thomas Sankara, revolutionaries like Che Guevara, that we wear the red beret. We want that spirit to keep moving, the spirit of selflessness, that revolutionary spirit. And indeed, I was excited when Ibrahim Traore took over. And for the positive things that he said, the Pan-African rhetoric that he had, I was really, really inspired. Although I don't believe in violence, I agreed with him on everything. I agreed with him on taking back what rightfully belongs to us and making sure it benefits the African people and not the imperialists. However, I disagreed with the way Ibrahim Traore took power. But I was persuaded to believe it was necessary. Like Malcolm X says, one has to free oneself by whatever means necessary. So, while I didn't agree with the way he took power, on one interview, and I was in South Africa, I said that, I mean, if Ibrahim Traore was popular outside his country, then I believed he was equally popular in his country. Then the best thing for him to do as a leader is to give the people of Burkina Faso a chance to vote for him so that he can be their servant and not a boss. I mean, a popular leader wants to make the people believe in them. Personally, I believe in servant leadership. I believe leaders are supposed to be servants. And you must teach everybody to be like you. Traore has the opportunity to plant his mindset, his African-oriented mindset in the people, and then give them opportunity, because for a leader, you must multiply yourself. I've said it many times. I want to inspire as many Bobi Wines in Uganda, and among them, you will find even more talented Bobi Wines than myself. More educated ones like myself. Because the success of any leader is to be able to inspire other leaders to come after them. So that was my firm belief. Of course, over time, I keep getting disappointed when I saw that he scrapped the Electoral Commission. It hit me bad. And recently, I completely disagreed with him when he said that that democracy is out of the way.
It's overrated.
Yeah. I mean, I strongly believe that as Africans, we must empower each other to hold each other accountable. Countries like America and the developed world, and this is my opinion, they don't develop because their leaders are so good. No. They develop because their people are empowered to hold the leaders accountable. Yeah. These leaders don't steal money because people will go on the street. People will fight back. We have to empower our people. That's my opinion. I'm not a Burkinabe. But I believe that the people should be empowered and they should be given the right to give we the leaders the mandate. I might be speaking so well, but the things I'm saying, Museveni said even better and more eloquent when he was my age. I keep telling people, don't rely on me. I'm not fighting to save you. Power corrupts, and absolute power corrupts absolutely. There was nobody more inspiring than Yoweri Museveni when he was my age. Me, I was named after Robert Mugabe. My name is Robert. When I was born in 82, Robert Mugabe was one of Africa's most prized revolutionaries. And my parents named me Robert after Mugabe. Look what Mugabe turned into after time. So for any leader that is not accountable to people is very, very, very prone to being corrupt by power. As we know, power corrupts. Yeah, man. So a leader that's not answerable to people, a leader that's a king, I don't agree. I believe Burkina Faso, just like he produced Sankara and he produced Traore, it has many sons and daughters. Give them a chance. Create a situation where leaders are going to be accountable. I believe in a situation where leaders fear to offend their citizens, where leaders govern in the interest of their citizens. That is my own humble opinion. Thank you.
May I just, if you may, just one last question. Now that you've kind of touched on it,
Uganda this time.
Yeah, it's about Uganda. Now that you've kind of touched about it, I watched an interview with you. I don't know where it was, whether Al Jazeera or CNN, where you were asked what you would do to make sure that when you get in power, there's no dictatorship ever happen in Uganda, because it's just mentioned it, absolute, power corrupts, and I just want to know, what are your measures once you become president? What will you put in place to ensure that we do not ever have another dictator for life to come, whether it be you or someone else after you?
Thank you. Those measures are not going to put there after we take power. Those measures have to be put now. Whatever we believe in, we must show it. Now, you cannot give what you don't have. I cannot tell you, trust me, put me in power, and go and drink your alcohol. No. It is always work in progress. What we try to do now is build and strengthen institutions. For us, the party that I lead, I don't make decisions, we make them together. We debate and we decide as a leadership, as a team. But the most important thing, if you ask me, to ensure that you immunize a nation against dictatorship, empower, first of all, the citizenry, empower the people. That's why we call ourselves people power. When people are empowered, leaders are going to respect them. And then strengthen the institutions. Institutions outlive human temptation, human weakness, and human greed. If we had institutions functioning, if the judiciary was functioning, then people who are opposing the government legitimately will not be thrown in prisons and even denied hearings. They would, be handled according to the law. If the institution of the police was functioning, it would be keeping law and order, protecting citizens and their property, and not playing politics. If the institution of the military was professional and independent, it would not be a tool of oppression. It would be guarding our borders. But now, every now and then you'll hear ADF rebels sneaked into our country and killed X amount of people. Why? Because the military is focusing on chasing political opponents. So let us strengthen the institutions and make them independent. The parliament, you saw just yesterday, General Museveni gave 100 million to every MP. Now, 100 million is like 35,000 US dollars. Imagine giving 35,000 US dollars to every member of parliament. We have 557 members of parliament in Uganda. Where he gets that money, God knows.
Taxes. People power.
Our power.
Our power.
People power.
That's our president.
Thank you.
His Excellency Robert Kyagulanyi, elected president of the Republic of Uganda. Thank you so much, comrades. Do we have more questions? Yes, sir.
How you doing, Mr. President? I'm honored to be here. I don't know a whole lot about Uganda, but my friend's from Uganda. She talks about her country. The one thing she said to me today was she asked me to accommodate her to this event so she can see her president. And I say that with empathy. She said her president. She said you are the one true president of Uganda. And me coming here, hearing you speak about the challenges because I don't know a lot about Uganda. She teaching me a little bit. I can say a couple little words. But again, I'm honored to be here because the topics, they go on here in the United States also. Not as bad as over in Uganda. And the fact that you're standing up and fighting for your country, and everyone in here acknowledge you as Mr. President. So I just want to say, she told me, Way Valley means thank you. So I just want to say thank you.
Yeah, people power. Yes, now we're going to have a picture with the president. We'll all come and stand aside, and then we'll get a good, beautiful picture for the New York chapter.
Hey guys, before everyone goes, we want to have a good portrait picture for the New York chapter, so you guys know that we were all here
and rejuvenating this chapter, I think it would be a good thing for him.
Yes. Yes, Mr. President-elect, it's really an honor to be here to hear you, to be in your spiritual energy as an African. I'd like to recommend that, Milton, we'll get back to Milton on this, but you're infusing into your language and also people that are in your presence is so powerful. I've been in this country for 45 years. In my time, I've never seen any young African leaders come to the United States and really have this sort of magnetic power that you really have. And in that light, the fact that we are educated in this country as well with all our PhDs and masters and so on, the African immigrant community is so huge. I'm sure you know this. Right here, you have the multi-ethnic community. The Nigerians are the most, populated, the largest population of African immigrants in America are Nigerians. And then you have other African, population around the U.S. I would like to recommend a town hall meeting where we can really engage. Because what you're putting out is really what we call original content, knowledge. We get on social media fine, but being with you in person is really more powerful than what we get on social media. So anyway, I'm saying that with your coordinator, I'm also a member of the New York Foreign Press. I'm an independent journalist by profession. And being an independent media person, we get to say whatever we want. We don't get paid by corporate media. We're not beholden to anyone, right? So it is important that we coordinate and have you in every community possible across the United States, and we can do that. I really would like to, and I would love to be part of that. We can make it happen, and I just want to get that across. Thank you. I get emotional.
Actually, I wanna invite you to Boston on Saturday. We're gonna have this Saturday. We're gonna have a town hall. So make sure it's an entire diaspora town hall. So please, if you can make it, generous, please get time and swing by Boston. Yeah, thank you so much.
And by the way, I mean also on behalf of the network of Pacifica radio stations and so on, there's a broader community. There are people who have learned a lot from the apartheid struggle. They have learned from the Palestinian struggle, and they are more than ready and prepared to continue to learn from our siblings in Africa, the rightful president, and we can also organize a broad movement to say to the U.S., you are the greatest purveyor of violence in the world. Thank you, Martin Luther King. No more genocide in our name. No more funding of Museveni. So when you're ready, Stuart and so on, we commit also to put together a broad forum to get more we're not going to be as big as Berkeley, but now we can do it.
Also with money as well.
Oh, yes, absolutely. So we can talk about that and apply ourselves as well.
Yes. So, Mr. President, should we get ready for our shot? Yeah. Thank you.
Maybe as we close, allow me to communicate a special thank you. A special thank you to the brothers and sisters that not necessarily come from Uganda. In fact, those that don't necessarily come from Africa. Thank you for taking this on yourself. Thank you for being amazing human beings. I always share it with my friends that for slavery to end, it did not only take Africans, but it took even the good white people to end it. For colonialism to end, it did not take only those that were facing it. So for you friends, take up a responsibility that not you. You don't have to do this. But for that you're doing, I don't know if you believe in God, but I believe that it's only God that will pay you back.
I believe that you may save the soul of this country.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. President. Comrades, let's have a picture with the President.
Yes. So I was on a live video, but I think I'm gonna conclude it. Guys, I'm gonna take it out. X is here. X, do you wanna use your phone and take a photo? Oh, do you want to do a video? Oh, you want come off from Labia? I'm gonna give him this. Niendo Janja was I'm gonna now Subi's that I'll be giving him a flag when I see him. Yes, I'm gonna give him a flag. Who? Bobby? Yes. And since he's signing, I'm gonna ask him to sign my cup. And I'm gonna ask him to sign. Thank you. Good talking with you.
I'm sure. I just come thank you. My name is Duke from Boston. Okay. I live in Dallas, Texas.
I'm on New Mexico. 14.
It's the president and I are part of some African
Thank you, sir.
Olimba ssebo. Olimba.
Guys, everybody come over behind me. Need this picture for
Very nice. Let's close in, comrades. Let's close in. A beautiful picture. Yeah, comrades, let's get
Make sure you take the young, give it a shot.
People power. Our power.
People power.
Kunga New York, Kunga. Kunga. Kunga New York, Kunga. Kunga. Kunga America, Kunga. Kunga. Kunga Museveni agende Kunga. Kunga.
When is he coming back?
Nedda tukole bwetu tukole bwetu nagula tukole bwetu ekintu okutta byebenze badde nsaba nkwe kampa it's the same thing naye kampa just to
Mwebale tutambula wazze watuuse tuteeko bassebo ne bannyabo.
Where's my? I had a heart.
Wuuyo.
Ojja okole.
Ngattirawo naawe kibanda naawe.
Naye ojja kuddawo kwemola mu kamera bizibu byo. Kugenda mu toyi kwemolera mu bumbira. Bana abavubuka b'e Uganda mwagala busitayiro obwo obw'okwemolera muzimira za mu toyi.
Nkugambye bakazi. Zezo video zateekayo uwe ngendeyo mulabe.
Gendayo olabe, gendayo kakazi. Amuza ate kamami ako kendabye akasooka kali katya?
Nange sikamanyi man nesanga nga weekali eyo.
Baako nekyoyogera. Kakutiisa n'okwogerako.
Mani sigamba gwagamba.
Kwogereko baako nekyoyogera. X
akawaani naawe akawaani kange naawe. Kabeerawo bbali wali mu bintu byaffe mu ngeri gy'obimanyi oggatawo bugasi oba oli mu budde buli.
Ne Sharifa agenzeeyo kulaba.
Byayagala ye byayagala.
Naye baana mmwe tuweebake Sharifa akomewo nga tugenze.
Oyagala agenda kuweebaka mwana.
Kale assalamu alaikum warahmatullah.
Wa alaikum salaam.
What 6 positions? Okay. Still need some training. Vinicius Juniors. Let's daily attacker. Let's look at the pace. Leave it to the pace. Vinicius. That's Rashford, 198. We hit the pace. Shooting, is good at shooting. Long range shot. Let's go to this young star, young boy. Lamine Yamal. Tap the screen, guys. Tap the screen and follow. Yeah. You're welcome and touchable. Untouchable. Tap the screen and follow me. I will follow you back. Yeah, don't forget to follow. Okay. Yeah, follow yourself a favor. By following each other. Let's go. Claim the rewards. Follow you back. Let's go, guys. Let's go. Let me pick up the ranking points. Yeah, I have to get the ranking points. points. Let's see how many this one hold. This one has 100. That's good. That's good. That's good. That's good. Just pick